So making a quick video about my slab flattener I just built. The rails, these linear rails here, I bought the longest one you can buy, and then I bought an extension. There's the shorter one. The long one's about 7 foot, the other one's about 3 foot, and then I mounted them to this piece of aluminum here that I already had. This was already my flattening jig setup, so that extends the size, extends the size that I can do now by, I suppose that's 8 inches there on each end, so 16 inches overall. Right now I can flatten a 9'10" slab. 42 inches wide. This thing, if I go clear to the max, which I would have to set stops up so that I didn't hit my rails, but I could go right to that point right there, and it's like 42¼ inches wide. But I could also put longer angles on here and bolt them on, and then you can see I've still got, on this rail here, I still got another 6 inches on each end that I could bump those outer rails out and get another 6 inches, probably another foot. So I can do 3.5 foot. I bet I could get almost 4.5 foot of a slab on my little table here. And there's no deflection. When this thing's out here riding, this doesn't weigh enough to deflect this hardly at all. I mean, it might a 32nd or a 64th of an inch out in the middle, but that's not enough really to even worry about. So total, let's just say total price I have in this. The rails cost me about $250. The aluminum's probably another $150. So we're at $400, plus the router I think was $200. So I've got $650 plus some fasteners, cheap fasteners, that piece of acrylic. If I had to buy it, I didn't have to buy that, but if I had to buy that, that would probably have been another $20. So under $700 for the whole entire setup, and I can flatten gigantic slabs. Now, and this is for a small shop. I have it on my 4x4 table here. What's really kind of cool about it is everybody's like, well, what are you going to do with this thing when you're not using it? And I say, it's going to go right there. I'm going to put some pulleys up on the ceiling, and I will just strap these 3 down, and then I'll just raise it up to the ceiling, and it gets it out of my way. I'll, of course, take this off so that it can go up a little bit higher. And then this I'll just store down here on the bottom, and I'll raise the rest of it up. So that's my slab flattener. I haven't used it yet, but I've got 4 inches. I've got 4 inches of clearance from here to the table. I know it's actually kind of a lot. If you're only doing a 2-inch slab, my bit with that extender in there will only go down to 1.75 inches from the table. So obviously I can throw a 1/2 inch piece of plywood underneath of it and raise it up a 1/2 inch. But yeah, I can do a 4-inch slab, which I hope to never do that. But well, I'll probably end up just taking it out to the apron out there, and that way the mess doesn't get in my shop. But it's all on wheels, so I don't know. I'll make another video and see how it works.